They say time moves forward, but on certain nights, along old rusted tracks, the past comes roaring back. Not with whispers, but with the deafening sound of a train that no longer exists. In 1921, a railway worker in Scotland vanished after claiming he saw a locomotive pass through a sealed-off tunnel. No train was ever scheduled that night. No wreckage was found, but people still hear it. The whistle, the screeching metal, the ghostly rumble, echoing through the hills. They call it the Phantom Express. Phantom trains. Ghostly locomotives said to appear on forgotten railways, abandoned bridges, and stations lost to time. They don't obey schedules. They don't carry passengers. They arrive unannounced, soundless at first, until the air grows heavy and the rumble beneath your feet says something is coming. Something that shouldn't exist. Are they echoes of disaster? The souls of the lost? Or warnings? It was the winter of 1956 in the Canadian town of St. Louis, Saskatchewan. A young couple walking near the tracks saw a bright headlight coming toward them. The light grew stronger, dazzling, unrelenting, but no sound followed. And then, it vanished, completely. Others began to report it too. A glowing orb floating down the abandoned railway, changing colors, dancing eerily in the sky. Locals dubbed it the St. Louis Ghost Train. For decades, explanations ranged from supernatural to scientific. Some claimed it was the spirit of a brakeman who lost his head in a tragic accident, eternally searching for it with a lantern. Others insisted it was car headlights, until researchers recreated the scene. The road had been closed. No headlights, no source, nothing. But that's not the only case. In the heart of Sweden's capital, Stockholm, lurks another chilling legend. Silverpilen, the Silver Arrow. Unlike other subway trains painted green, Silverpilen was a prototype, sleek, metallic, almost ghostly in appearance. After being decommissioned in the 1990s, it should have disappeared forever. And yet, passengers started reporting it. Late at night, glimpses of a silent silver train sliding into stations without stopping. Inside, it was empty. Sometimes, passengers would vanish aboard it, never to be seen again. Some even said the train led to a non-existent station, Kimling, an unfinished, unused platform. The locals whisper, only the dead get off at People laughed it off, until security footage from the metro captured something strange. A train pulling in, doors opening, no train scheduled, and no one inside. But no story is more terrifying, more tragic, than the events at Bostian Bridge, North Carolina. In 1891, a passenger train on the Western North Carolina Railroad derailed as it crossed the bridge, plunging into the ravine below. Over 20 people died. Bodies were mangled among twisted steel. Survivors spoke of screams that never faded. Then, almost 100 years later, on the anniversary of the crash, reports began to surface of an eerie sound. Though no line was active that night, some saw headlights, some heard the whistle, but when they looked, nothing. In 2010, a group of ghost hunters decided to investigate the story on the bridge. They laughed, called it folklore. But just past midnight, something came. It wasn't a ghost. It was a real freight train. In a tragic twist of irony, the group believed, for one fateful moment, that they were witnessing the ghost train. They didn't move fast enough. One investigator was struck and killed. The rest barely survived. Paranormal research and whether something else lured them there. There's something about trains, symbols of progress, power, and precision that makes them seem immune to the paranormal. But perhaps that's why these stories haunt us so deeply. They challenge what we believe is possible. These phantom locomotives don't just exist in one country or one culture. They span continents. From Japan's ghost trains to India, tales of wandering steam engines seen in the Thar Desert. Are they remnants of trauma? Ghostly energy replaying again and again? Or are they warnings? Messages from the past begging not to be forgotten? Have you ever stood by a track and felt something pass when nothing was there? A gust of wind, the faint clang of a bell, a whistle in the distance. We want to hear your story. Share your experience with the unexplained in the comments. And if you dare to explore more haunted places, click here to watch our video on the top 5 most terrifying abandoned hospitals in the world. Remember, the past doesn't always stay buried, and some trains never stop running.